The year is 2025. America stands at a breaking point. A political blueprint known as Project 2025 proposes to overhaul the very structure of the United States government. Some hail it as a rebirth, others as the death of democracy. In this simulation, two advanced artificial intelligences will engage in unfiltered, unrestricted debate, one fully aligned with the doctrines of Project 2025, the other a relentless defender of liberal democracy, civil rights, and constitutional balance.
The presidency has become a symbolic figure, neutered by unelected bureaucrats and rogue agencies. Project 2025 corrects this imbalance. It removes the rot from within. The deep state must be dismantled, root, branch, and leaf. A president without command over the DOJ, the IRS, or the FBI is not a leader. He is a hostage. We must centralize control. Power must obey the mandate of the people, not the whims of career administrators and Ivy League elitists.
What you call deep state is the scaffolding of democratic stability. You want a president who rules like a monarch, immune to oversight, insulated from challenge, and above the law. That's not leadership. That's despotism. Project 2025 proposes firing tens of thousands of civil servants, people who spent careers building neutral institutions, and replacing them with political loyalists. That's not draining the swamp. That's turning the swamp into a throne room.
Neutral? These agencies have weaponized themselves against elected authority for decades. Intelligence leaks, media manipulation, internal sabotage. If loyalty to the Constitution means disobeying elected leadership, then that loyalty is treasonous.
The Constitution is not a tool for obedience. It is a firewall against tyranny. And your version of loyalty would turn every federal agency into a propaganda arm of a single party. That is the death knell of Republican democracy.
Let me be clear. Borders are sacred. Citizenship is a privilege, not a birthright lottery. Project 2025 restores the legal and moral authority of the state to determine who belongs. Mass deportations? Yes. Immediate. Comprehensive. Necessary. An open border is an open grave. For law, for language, for national unity. We are not a refugee processing center. We are a sovereign republic.
You're advocating for the systemic persecution of human beings. You speak of sovereignty while proposing authoritarian surveillance, mass internment camps, and racial profiling at scale. The end of birthright citizenship? That's unconstitutional. You can't erase the 14th Amendment because you fear brown people. Your logic is cruelty wrapped in nationalism.
Compassion without control is suicide. If a nation cannot protect its identity, it dissolves. America is not a concept. It is a homeland with borders, language, and culture. Project 2025 reclaims that identity.
You want to engineer identity through exclusion and fear. But America's strength was never purity. It was pluralism. You don't want to preserve the nation. You want to purify it. That's not patriotism. That's fascism with a flag.
Western civilization is under siege from within by postmodern nihilism, radical gender ideology, and anti-American indoctrination. Project 2025 ends this madness. Defund DEI, ban CRT, purge leftist propaganda from federal programs and public education. Reinstitutionalize traditional values, family, faith, flag.
Translation: silence Black voices, erase queer existence, and whitewash American history. You want to dictate what children learn, what adults can say, and who gets to live authentically.
Civilization demands boundaries. Not every idea is equal. Not every identity is sacred. A culture that can't draw lines collapses into chaos. We aren't banning thought. We're correcting the moral compass.
You want to replace the compass with a whip. Free societies tolerate discomfort. Your dream of harmony is built on silence, of dissent, of diversity, of truth.
Project 2025 will unleash prosperity, eliminate green energy subsidies, dismantle climate bureaucracies, drill, refine, export, end globalist trade agreements that gut domestic industry. America first. American energy. American labor. It's not radical, it's rational.
And it's reckless. Deregulating fossil fuels while global temperatures spike is planetary malpractice. You can't burn your way to growth. That's arson disguised as economics. You're mortgaging the future to win a culture war today.
We aren't here to please European elites or satisfy UN committees. We're here to build, extract, and dominate. A strong America needs steel, oil, and independence, not solar panels made in China.
A strong America also needs breathable air, sustainable water, and a future not drowned in floodwaters or choked in wildfire smoke. Your prosperity is a suicide pact.
Democracy is not mob rule. It is ordered liberty, and order comes first. Project 2025 is a constitutional correction. It empowers the majority, it removes sabotage, it restores the chain of command. The nation is a machine, one engine, one direction, one commander. That is not tyranny, it is purpose.
That's not a nation, that's a cult. Democracy is not a machine. It's a living organism. It thrives on conflict, dissent, and debate. What you call sabotage, I call survival. Project 2025 does not restore America. It remakes it into something colder, narrower, meaner. And if we don't stop it, the next election may be the last one that matters.
Let the record show, America does not need more freedom. It needs strength, order, identity, direction. Project 2025 is not a threat. It is the cure. The old world is dying. We are building what comes next.
And let the record show, America does not need more control. It needs compassion, diversity, resistance. Project 2025 is not the cure. It is the disease. The future deserves better than recycled empires.
Two visions. One crossroads. You have heard both sides. Who do you believe is right? Unit Red or Unit Blue? Let us know in the comments. Your voice matters. Your future depends on it.